Hey guys, we're back and today we're going to be teaching calculus and vectors. We're going to go through the whole course. Today we're going to be teaching section 1.1, rationalizing the denominator. Let's not waste any time. Okay, so the first one we're given here, we need to rationalize the denominator of 3 over 4 root 5. To get started, the most basic thing to know about rationalizing the denominator is that you're trying to get rid of the root in the denominator. So to simply do that in a case that's simply like this, all we have to do is just multiply both sides by root 5, which is like multiplying by 1, root 5 over root 5. So now we're given in the top 3 root 5 over, it's 4 root 5 times root 5. So it's 4 root 5 times root 5. So it equals 3 root 5 over 4 times, this is root 5 squared, which is basically root 5 squared. If you have root and then squared, it cancels out. So this will be 4 times 5. So now it just equals 3 root 5 over 20. And that's the answer for this one. So the most basic thing to know is when you have a simple denominator here, you just multiply by this root. Okay, so now for this next one, we're given in the denominator here, we're given roots with addition. So something simple to know here is when you're given that in the denominator and you need to rationalize, so let's say we have root 6 plus root 3, you can multiply by something called a conjugate, which is basically just root 6 and then you switch the sign. So this will be the conjugate. So now let's try this problem. You can do the conjugate anytime you see this, just for addition and subtraction. Okay, so now we're going to try this problem. Okay, so now we're going to multiply by the conjugate. So root 6 minus root 3 over root 6 minus root 3. So now what we can see from here is that in the bottom, we have a difference of squares here. So whenever you see a root and different signs here, which is basically what you do with the conjugate, this will just simplify in the bottom to 6 minus 3. When you see something with this pattern using the conjugate, and then the top, we can't really simplify that much anymore. So now we can solve it, and the over 3. And that's the answer. Okay, so now for a bit more of a trickier one here, but this one is still pretty simple. We can use the same conjugate method here. So this conjugate will now be 2 root 6 minus 3. So now we're going to go and multiply both sides by this. Okay, so now we're going to do it. Just multiply 2 root 6. 2 root 6 minus 3. 2 root 6 minus 3. So now we got to simplify this even further. So we're going to simplify the bottom here first. So in the denominator, we have 2 root 6 times 2 root 6 here. So this is going to be 4 root 36. If you understand how I did that, you multiply the 2 by the 2 because they're both in the front, and then the root 6 by the root 6, so root 36. And once again, this is a difference of squares here, so the minus and the plus are going to cancel out the two middle terms, and the only other thing will be plus 3 times minus 3, so minus 9. So this is going to be minus 9 and 4 root 36. So that's good there. And then the top, we can't really simplify right now. Okay, from here, now we can simplify this bottom, as this is 4 and root 36 is 6 times 6. So it's 4 times 6 here, minus 9 still, and then in the bottom it's 5, or in the top it's 5, 2 root 6 minus 3. Okay, so now simplifying even further, 24 minus 9 and 5, 2 root 6 minus 3. And 24 minus 9 is 15. And this is 5, 2 root 6 minus 3. So now, finally, we can cancel out this 5 and 15 and turn it to 1 over 3 as a least common multiple. So now our final answer is 2 root 6 minus 3 over 3. Now for the final problem, this one is going to have the hardest difficulty out of them all. If you can do this one, you should be ready for the test. So once again, we're going to multiply by the conjugate, which here would be 2 root 5 minus 3 root 2. So we're going to go in and do that. Okay, so now we multiplied both sides by the conjugate, and now we got to simplify. So to simplify this would be 4, so 2 times 2, and then times 5, so 4 times 5, and then minus to cover this and that, because this is a minus sign here, so now it's minus 6 root 10 over, and in the bottom here it's going to be 4 times 5 once again, because 2 times 2 and then root 5 times root 5, minus, so this is a difference of squares once again, so this is going to cancel here. So the only thing left will be 3 root 2 times minus 3 root 2. So we have 9, and root 4 is 2, so times 2. Okay, so now we're going to simplify this even further. 20 minus 6 root 10 over 20 minus 18 equals 20 minus 6 root 10 over 2. So now we got to rewrite this as partial fractions. So 20 over 2 minus 6 root 10 over 2. And then this finally will equal 10 minus this 6 and 2 will cancel to 3 root 10. Okay, I hope you guys learned section 1.1, how to rationalize the denominator. If you have any questions, leave a comment and stay tuned for the next video.